Good evening and welcome back to Factory Town, where we have a small problem with our books, and that is paper. And it's not that we're not making enough paper, that's fine. The problem is that the packagers can't unpackage the paper fast enough because they can only package, they're unpackaging two things at once. So we need to make them faster. You can add steam boosters to them. So shall we do that? I might add steam boosters like the lot. I'm not really sure. Just go with the first one. Let's just go with the first one, shall we? So let's go to our Steam overlay. Do you know what? I'm going to bring a pipe down individually for each one of these. Or am I? Do I want to just tap into one of the side pipes? We could just tap into one of the side pipes. I think I'm going to bring a pipe down for each one of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 4 and 4. I could run a pipe through the centre. Tell you what we'll do. We'll do this. We'll do that. Okay, and then we'll add a steam booster to this and a steam booster to this. We'll get it going. There you go. Boom. And then we can get access from both sides. So it's going to feed the last ones first, and then it feeds this from either side. So yeah, and this will still keep up. This will be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Okay. So my question is, are you actually going to get enough now? No. You actually need more paper outputs, which makes sense because we need 4 paper outputs per go. I'm going to pause the game when I put these in. Oh no, they've automatically gone to nothing, so didn't actually need to pause the game for that, but that's okay. We'll do the same here as well. Press page down to move the things. There we go, boom. Okay, so now you are emptying, because obviously this needs 4 paper, and this needs 4 paper, and this needs 4 paper, and we're not actually doing enough paper coming into them. Okay, so we're gonna have to do the same here. Which then messes up the balance of the inputs coming along. Oh dear, don't want that. So that's going to probably empty all the paper out of here because we have 6 inputs and 8 outputs, which is not ideal. The question is whether that can actually keep up or not. Nope, no, it's not getting enough paper. Okay. You're actually not getting enough paper in. Why are you not getting enough paper in? Well, okay. You know what? We're gonna go nuts. We're gonna go nuts. That's what we're gonna do. I can't click them. Oh, I put 2 lots in. That's why. Paste. Paste. There we go. So now you've got 6 outputs, which should be faster than that because you've got 4 inputs. I also need to do the double. Well, we did the double paper thing here, so that's okay. So we've done the double paper thing here, so that's all right. Okay. The problem is that you are not actually outputting your goods fast enough to get into here. We need faster belts. We need faster belts for this setup to work. Okay, and now we want to do this like so. And we will get going there. Everything hopefully will speed up now and see how it goes. So we'll see how this works. It's not nope. Okay, well, you know what this needs then. Okay, back underneath here, connect you to there, add a steam booster to you, add a steam booster to you, and you're out paper. The throughput is a problem. We do very much need to get more faster belts, I should say, not more belts, faster belts. Also, I need to very much change up how this delivers goods, because this isn't working. I wonder if we could change these up. Let me turn off the outputs for these. I wonder if we could change these up. Well, I know we can change these up. I know that's how it works. So we'll have one output that splits between the two, because they only need one wood every 4 seconds. Well, it's obviously it's a bit faster, but they produce like 2 or 4 paper depending on the bonus that they're going to get. So they need output faster. So we can put the outputs here and like have 2 outputs, which is 8 outputs coming in, and then we've got 6 going into this, which we could upgrade to 9. Double it over to here. This has got 6 outputs, which we could upgrade even further if we wanted to. We can go up by 1 more on the sides. We could have like 8 outputs for this. Although you are all full of paper now, which is nice. Okay, and you are beginning to slowly fill with paper. No, you're about. Oh no, you are. You are beginning to slowly fill with paper. So this is working, but I do want to change this here. So let's remove that and that. We will do 1 up there, 1 down there with a splitter on the end. I will set the center ones to 0 because of my if you don't have the 3rd point, it will just skip it. However, it does take a frame or 2 playing to skip that, so it does lower your throughput ever so slightly. I have actually observed it. I have observed things coming along and it goes left, but it doesn't go left, right, or right. That's it. It's right, left, right, left, right. It goes left, wait a moment, right, left, wait a moment, right. And it's just a tiny fraction, so that's what I do it. However, I've then tested it with just having like a system going on with belts on either side, and it doesn't always do it. So maybe I'm seeing things, maybe it only does it with buildings. I need to do some more testing on it, so I can't really tell. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this and we're going to go bop, 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 like that. Okay. And we'll see what this works. We might need a 2nd row. I think we will. I think we'll need a 2nd row here of so they do need their dedicated input. So they need 1 input each, which is fine, which is absolutely fine. Oh dear. But this gives us the option to have more outputs here. Like we're not sharing one. I know we had 2 lines here and sharing 2, but we're not sharing between them. What's happened here? Oh. Here, yeah. So, but we can now put more here. We can put like up to 4 coming into that guy there. So, you know, this will work better than that. And I could just have 1 row coming out and going into this one, and 1 row coming out and going into that one, rather than splitting them like this. But it doesn't really matter either way. It's going to work fine. What I just want to check is I need to make sure that the outputs are emptying in time, because that's what we want outputs emptying in time. We need to make sure that this number here is going up. It's actually staying even. Oh, that's gone to 90. It is actually raising. Okay, so we are producing more paper than we're transporting across, which is awesome. You are obviously paper, you're outputting paper into here. This is filling, which is awesome. And if this is filling, that means these are all running at 100% speed, which is awesome. So now I just need to do the same on this side, because this is all stopped as well. But conveniently, we should be able to do this. Because when you select blocks and columns, you can select corner of buildings and it won't select the whole building. It's only if you select the center block does it actually select the whole building. So you can select surround buildings quite nicely. So there we go. There we go. awesome. And you'll start doing your job as well. Fantastic. And you'll start getting your thing in here. Obviously, you run out of paper. That's fine. Boom. Yeah. And now we have books. That's fine. Books are, in fact, being delivered to wherever they're being delivered to. Do I remember where they're being delivered to? Over here. Is that right? Boom. What do I hear? We got steam pipes are full. Coal is full. Herbs are still struggling. Oh, you're still filling with remedies, so that's okay. None of this is running over here, but that's fine. So, okay. Okay, right. So let's get these running, shall we? So, what do we need here? What do we need here? We have iron, books, and then the third one. So we go down here. The third one, very descriptive. Hold on. Iron. 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 Book, and book, and then Industrial Knowledge Volume 2, Volume 1. Okay. So this needs to change to Industrial Knowledge Volume 1. Copy, paste, paste, paste. And these ones on the outside want to be changed to iron on one side. And books on the other. Book. I don't know if it's a 1-to-1 ratio. We are now filling. Awesome. What is it? It's 1-to-2 ratio. So, okay. And then here we want to do. I suppose I'll just paste book in the end. Okay, and then here we want to do that. And copy that one. We'll put our structure on top. And copy, paste, 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 paste. There we go. And now you should all be working, doing your things. Awesome. Nice. Okay, now you. Let's look at this guy. You want to be, I don't know, you want to be Industrial Volume 2, Iron Wheels and Steam Pipes. So you are going to be Volume 1, sorry. Volume 1. Iron Wheels, Steam Pipes, and then Volume 2, Volume 2. Okay. Cool. Right. So you need to be Industrial Knowledge Volume 1. You want to be Iron Wheels. Is that? I'm going to move that over. And then I'm going to put in a third one here. And this is going to be Steam Pipes. And then we filter you to be none, and then you'll start filling. Awesome. Okay. And what I should have done is actually had one of each of these guys here, because it would have made my life so much easier. So you are, let's just copy this, paste the bottom one, copy that, paste the middle one, copy that, paste the top one. And then I can do all those and just copy. There we go. And then you want to be Industrial Knowledge Volume 2. There we go. Okay. And then you want to be number 3 for this. So you want to be Industrial Knowledge number 2. And then whatever's needed for the rest of them. So metal rail, metal conveyor belt, and then Industrial Knowledge Volume 2. Okay, so let's get rid of that, and that. And let's take you, and you want to be industrial knowledge volume 2. The next one wants to be rail. The next one wants to be metal conveyor belt. Okay, then we can copy this and go paste, 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 and paste. Just makes life so much easier. And then we turn off that. And away we go. Awesome. And then you want to be knowledge volume 3. Paste, 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 paste. There we go. Awesome. There is knowledge volume 3 working, coming in, doing its thing. We have one book of one packed book, so we managed to get 4 of them. You are struggling for the books. That is purely because you are just slow, and that's okay. That is actually completely okay. You are being slow. That's not a problem, because we don't need that many. This balance is fine for how much we need, and we're going to deliver to half the people. So although we could probably deliver to all the people, I'm not sure with knowledge. I can't remember which way we want to do it. So I'm going to do the same here. However, this doesn't have an input for one of them. This needs books, and I didn't do this. Oh, 0. There we go. I didn't split it. That's okay. Right. Okay. Right. So I'm going to do exactly the same for this as I did there. Okay. So it's working. It's doing its thing. Everything is awesome and wonderful and fantastic, and we are producing books, which is awesome. This one is not working because it doesn't have all the components for it, but that's okay because they need to be shipped in via cart from here. So remedy coming from here, we have antidotes coming from here, we've got fish oil that needs to be here, and we're going to have fish oil, and then this is ointment here. So yeah, this is all needed for a thing. Is ointment needed? Ointment's not needed. Why do I need ointment? What do I want ointment for? Don't know what I want ointment for. I don't know. However, there was another big problem which I fixed here. Because we changed the trains for 6 carriages. Obviously this is only designed for 2 trains with 3 carriages each, so I've had to change it. So this comes down here now, loops back around, comes up, and then shares an output with this one, which will work fine because the outputs will only be active when the train has finished unloading, so that'll be fine. So you see this one here, it basically and then stopped and blocked the whole line up, so it wouldn't work. So now it can go down there and it can happily park, and we can technically get a 3rd train in there, although it only works in a few exceptions. Like I couldn't now do it to the manor one because we couldn't come down, go up, come down, and then go that way, because then this one would cover that one. So but I could move the manor train back by 1 and come up and down and do that, but I shouldn't need to do that. Hopefully this should be okay. I think I could drop these back down to being 3 carriages each and just left it as it was. That would possibly work. We could fit 2 trains with 3 carriages in each here. He says, he thinks, maybe. Hold on, let me go. Yes, we can. We can fit 3 carriages in there, so we can do that. Obviously, that's in the wrong place, but that's fine. Go. Yeah, so we can fit 3 carriages, a train with 3 carriages in each one, and it just stops shy of the end, so they can get past. Just stops past the end, so they can. Yeah. Right. Okay. You are producing book. We've already got 2 books, so this is working fine here. This up here is our next port call. We need to get this going. We need to get this going. And I'm going to have just, I think, caravans moving stuff around. I think that's what I'm going to do. So, let's get a caravan and let's go, hey, your job is to pick up remedies and drop off remedies. Oh, where did you? Nope. Remove. Drop off remedies. Oh. Pick up remedies. Drop off remedies. Yes, packager. Okay, right. There is a way you can add things. You can hold, like, I think, control, and you can add extra things to it and do extra things for it. So, yeah. Obviously, you're only going to pick up 10 at a time because that's all you have stored is 10. I could pick up directly from the train station and drop off, but then you can only carry 10 at a time in here. So we might as well just deliver 10 at a time. because that's all you can do. So yeah, we might as well just let it deliver 10 at a time, because even if it went and delivered 20, it wouldn't be able to do anything with that. So 10 at a time is fine. 10 at a time is fine. I could also limit it so it actually picks up the like it can pick up 16. I might do that. I might do. Let's stop this. Let's go here. Let's filter this to be a remedy and remedy, and then this one wants to be official. I think it is. Need to double check. Yep, official. And that should be here. So I'm going to hold shift, and you see you get a little plus symbol on the symbol on the thing. So we are going to pick up, okay, and then cancel that, and then I'm going to load you up here, and I'm going to drag this task up. Oh no, I'm not. Move up. Boom, there you go. So you'll pick up remedies. You'll pick up everything here, but I want to filter this. Can I edit this? No. So we need to put them in there to force that to actually be filtered properly. And then we are going to delete this. And you know what? Actually, delete all of them. Delete all of these. Okay. So if I hold shift, we want to pick up everything from there. And then we want to go to this one and pick up everything from there. And then we want to go to here and drop off everything. So you can click the button here for everything, or you can click the individual things for things. So there. Boom. Okay. So now he'll go here and he'll pick up the remedies, and then he'll go here and pick up the things. But if there's none here, because it's not set to hold to full, if there's none here, it'll move on. It'll just go, which is awesome. Okay. So we do have a couple of things as well that can happen. There was a wonderful comment on the last episode, or the episode before, a couple of episodes, whatever it was. Menno mentioned about we can build in 3D. You might think, hang on a minute, I'm doing that already. I am doing that already, but not the way you think. So we are building in 3D. We do in fact have things floating in the skies, and we're doing up and but what Menno meant is the town centre's influence, I believe, is a cylinder. It might be a sphere, but I believe it's a cylinder. So we can build a second layer on top of this with paths that connect to the lower layer, and the town centre will still work with it. Do you remember over somewhere else we did a raised, the town centre was raised slightly so I could run belts underneath it, and I didn't like it. I didn't like the look of it. It wasn't great. We could raise the town centre up to be really high. So long as you can have a path that goes down to the bottom, it'll work perfectly well. It'll work perfectly well. The problem to that is I'm not actually sure what the actual height of our places are. So some of these buildings are a little deceiving. Like that's technically the top of the building. I think they are all this height. I think this is the height of all buildings. So you can build on top of this and you'd have the bottom of this poking through. So it looks a little bit weird. But you can absolutely do that. However, in order to do that, you'd have to have the path come up and go round. It would have to, you have to connect the lower to the topper. It has to be done some way. Okay, so future hedgehog here. This is technically the end of the episode. I don't do any more building or anything in this one whatsoever. So if you're only here for the actual progress of the town, thank you very much for watching. However, I do from here go out on a weird tangent of how to possibly build a 3-dimensional cylinder city, and we figure out whether it's possible to do. So if you're interested in that, carry on watching. If not, I'll see you in the next one. Now, you can do that. Let me give this a try. We're going to do it right here. I'm probably not going to build a second layer on top because it becomes very complicated to get access to things underground, because there's no way to remove higher layers so you can see underneath. You have to physically get the camera in to do stuff, and when you're working like this trying to get things, it's very difficult. So we probably won't do this, but as a test I want to give it a try. Just want to give it a try. So let's move you, not the path, let's move you to here for a moment. let's break these. And let's run those like that. So what I want to do is I don't want to go to this height. I want to double this height. I want to have two, like as if we would have two layers in between. So if I do this, and then I'll just put a packager on top, and then do this again. This is the new floor. That's the new floor. Okay. If I come out to here, come along here, the problem as well is that I can't actually, that you have to put the camera. I'm just saying there's a problem where you can't do the camera. There is a, what button is it? Tab grid view. You can actually go top down with the game. So you can actually see the grid. It's not isometric. It doesn't actually go isometric. It's still perspective, but you are top down, so you can line things up better. So we do that. Okay, but now, if the town center goes on top of here, we would need a path to get to the top of here. Let me put an extra layer around the edge of this, like so. I also want to kind of test this. I'm not 100% sure whether the range is a cylinder or a sphere. If it's a sphere, if you go higher up, that means the edges don't get touched, which wouldn't work for what we're trying to do here. But it would work if we left that on the lower levels and then put things up higher and just made them smaller. So, you know, you can imagine it's a sphere. It doesn't just go around. It also goes up and over like a dome. So, we'll try this. So I need to connect these. I need to get this to that. Now that's more difficult than it looks because there are no ladders in the game. There's no just ladders, so I can't have a vertical path. You need to do a spiral staircase going up here, which is probably going to be the best way of doing things, I think. So if I was to cut those two out like that, that means that one side does connect to the other one because of this here, and the influence still works. It still spreads out 100%. Regardless of whether the paths have one connection or two connections or 5 connections, it doesn't matter. So what we want to do is we want to go with a path. And we want to go up by 2 and then come this way. And go up by 1 and then this way. 1 and then this way. 1 and then this way, 1 and then this way, 1 and then this way, 1 and then nope, we are nowhere near yet. Ooh. Nowhere near yet. Also, I need to remove those 3 because I'm going to confuse my. Boom. I'm just literally doing that and pressing page up twice. Oh, is that it? There we go. We're there. Boom. Wow. Okay, I would absolutely like to change those bottom ones to be let's remove those and put in the arches instead. One does block travel, the other one does not. So if I did that does let me go up there. So if I click this here, you see it's highlighted at the top. If I then move this to be here and then go, you can be knowledge, let me click this, it's a cylinder. It is indeed a cylinder. So you could you could potentially, and now I really want to do that playthrough of one town center, everything in the range of one town center. Like your farms have to be on the lower levels because they have to be on grass, on land. The farms would have to be on the lower levels. And I think your mines do as well, but I'm not sure on that. Omni planters might be able to be put on top of things. I've never tried it. I don't know. Yeah. So that potentially, you could build column cities. I've gone too high with that, 2 spaces high with that. because if you went one high with it, then you're putting stuff on top of it, and this would poke through to the high level. This at least allows the space for taller buildings to fit through there. Omni Temple might be the exception to that. The Omni Temple might be taller. I'm not sure, but that would be at the top of your thing anyway. You have to have this somewhere, which wouldn't be a problem. You could put these on anywhere. You could also actually have these start the opposite side, so you can still have the path go across there. So the path would be across there. Oh no, that's wrong. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh no, I can't remove that. Oops. So we could do that, but the other side and have that flip round 100%, so that wouldn't. Yeah. So that's potential. That is potential, and you could do another floor at that height, and then you'd have to get the camera in. In fact, this is the closest I can zoom the camera in, so that wouldn't work. It needs to be taller than that, because it would have to be under. This floor would have to be above the camera in order for it to work, so that you can actually get in and work on a floor. Otherwise you wouldn't be able to work on a floor, because imagine if we had all the buildings on top of this. I can zoom in this far, I can't see underneath. I'd have to be working like this in this tiny gap here, which wouldn't work, because then the floor would be above. So yeah, you'd have to go taller than that, but that would work. That is fully possible to work there. How you'd get things between the floors, you'd have to do spiral staircases like this with belts until you got omni pipes to do things, which would be interesting. So yeah, your wells would have to be on the bottom floor as well, although wells you could put outside the town's influence, because they don't get any back bonuses to that anyway. So I really want to try that, but not today. Not today. I'm going to leave that up there for the moment, because it still works if I unpause this. Oh, sorry, bash the mic. And we come here. See, this still has the influence, but it's still working. This does work. It means it's a cylinder. That's awesome. You could have the town centre on the bottom floor and just build up and around the town, and go up and up and up and up and up. And this grid layout would work pretty well for that. I'd have to just I'd have to build this grid layout oops, on I need to fix my chair. It's making way more noise than it did before. I have to build this grid layout on top of the wooden scaffolding, or whatever I want to do. We can make a solid floor as well. You could do it at a solid like whatever. Just so we can do it and then just page up to the height we want to do, and bump, there's a new floor, and then bump, there's a new floor, and so on and so forth. That's tempting. That's not for now. One that would be a proper challenge. That would be a real proper challenge. And get to, I don't know, whatever the default. I know we've modified things so we get more houses and stuff, but we could do it and try and get to the default size for it. Unfortunately, houses influences aren't spherical like that. They are based on the path distance. So if you go up with a house, like you saw with the farms, if you go up with it, it actually has a less distance to reach. So you can't have one farm here that does like a column of things. So we couldn't put a tree here and then above it put more trees in, and above it put more trees in. Not that would work anyway, but you couldn't do that. It wouldn't work. So yeah, you can't put dirt down. There's no dirt block to allow you to build it above ground. So but yeah, these don't have a column influence. They actually have a distance around them, and the distance is then limited by a path if they're connected to the path. By that I mean, if I was to do well, let me show you with these trees here. Hold up. If we was to go 1 2 3 like that, and I did a path down off there connected to that, then we did this, and then put a forester in on top of here. You can see it's not got any trees. There are no nearby trees, because it can't actually get access to them trees underground, because the distance between the path to the trees doesn't work. So if I did that, that still doesn't work. It's still not enough to get there. So but I think if we did this, there we go, and we go auto manage wood, we have that. It's got that many trees. See, it's only got that small influence because it comes down to wherever the ground hits, and that's where its influence starts. So it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tiles from its front, but we're losing 1, 2, 3, 4 tiles from there. So there is where it starts. So that's why it's 5 tiles. So instead of the center of the building being here, the center of the building is here where the ground touches. But it's not quite that way. If I just do this as a bump, so you see, it's still got to be within the actual influence of the building. So it's not like the center moves to here and you can get around it that way. It's still within the influence of the building, but you lose all them tiles by going up and down with it. So yeah. Oh well. Oh well. Oh well. We got some trees growing there. That's fine. They can just grow there. No matter. But yeah. Okay. So man, I do like that idea. I really like the idea of trying to build a column city now. I'd have to go maybe 3 floors between each one. I don't know what the height limit for the game is either. I can't for the life of me remember. It's 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. That starts becoming a little awkward to work with because your camera's actually pointing down there and you're working up here, so the ray casting on the mouse starts doing interesting things like that. But maybe we could go 10 between each floor. How tall is this one here? This episode's gone on way longer than I expected. Sorry. That's 9, so no, it wouldn't be 10. Let me zoom in. So, boom. There. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You'd have to kind of go 20 for the first floor in order to allow you to get the camera in, because that's as high as the camera will go. And then when we're in here, we don't actually see that. So you just about see that. If you're angled down like that, you just about see this stuff. So yeah. So and then you can work in here without worrying about the floor above hitting you. So if it's 20 per floor, that's quite a big gap between the floors. And we kind of know we need every town pretty much in the game, although you wouldn't need every town in the game. Yeah, so there's something to ponder for later. Maybe if I continue. I hadn't really. Anyway, let's leave this episode here, this really long episode here. I'm sorry, I went off on a real tangent at the end there. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. I do hope you have enjoyed this one, and I do hope to see you again next one, where we will set up the rest of this stuff here, and we will finally, hopefully, get our magic research going next time. Until then, as always, have fun.